Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve. Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Crime drama, an episode of Boston-Blackie starring Dick Kollmar. This episode is entitled Tom Walton Escapes. It was originally broadcast on March 31st, 1949.
Nice country this train goes through, eh, Walton?
Maybe you think so, but the train ain't taking you where it's taking me, copper.
I expect to go all the way with you.
All the way?
Yep.
Don't I wish it? And you first.
Well, almost all the way. Yes, this is beautiful country.
Yeah, with a beautiful electric chair waiting for me at the end of the line.
Well, Walton, that's something you should have thought about. What's the matter with this train?
It's like we hit something.
Stop it. You're not getting out of this drawing room to see why.
Grab him, Walton. What? I'll finish the job.
Yeah, I got him.
What is...
Nice work, Pete. Slug him, quick. Get the keys off him and get me out of this slave bracelet.
Where'll I find him?
I hope you picked a good place to stop this train.
Sure I did. There's a thick woods alongside the track.
Yeah?
Phil's waiting on the highway with a car.
Good.
Here's the copper's keys.
Okay, get me out of these cuffs so I can get going.
Where's Phil?
To the guy who wanted to send me to the chair. That rover boy named Boston-Blackie.
Now on to Dick Kollmar as Boston-Blackie. Enemy to those who make him an enemy. Friend to those who have no friend.
Come here, baby.
No.
Why not? Who buys your furs? Who buys your jewels? Who got you that nice new car?
Oh, you did, Henry, darling.
Come on, Sal. Give us a kiss, huh?
No,
I paid for it, didn't I? In advance?
Just the first couple of installments, darling.
Who is it?
Me, Joe.
Okay, come in.
Hey, Mr. Lewis, did you hear the news?
What news?
Tom Walton. Oh, hi, Sal.
Hello, Joe. What's all the excitement about?
Tom Walton, he got away from the cop taking him up the river.
Got away.
Yeah, and he's heading back to town, too, from what I hear.
So what's there to get excited about, Joe? Walton doesn't have anything against us.
No, he's got plenty against Boston-Blackie.
And so have you, honey.
Yeah, that's just the trouble. I shut my mouth off in public about killing Blackie.
That's just what Walton's coming back to town to do.
Yeah.
What'll we do, Mr. Lewis?
Can't let Walton get him. Look like I did it.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah?
You and I are going over to Blackie's.
Okay. Why?
Because I gotta protect the guy I hate more than anybody else in the world.
Hello.
Hello, Blackie.
Oh, hello, Mary.
Blackie, did you hear the news?
About Tom Walton? Yeah.
Well, Blackie, the police can't find him. They know he's on his way back to the city, but they haven't found a trace of him.
So what?
Well, so don't you think you better do something?
No.
He threatened to get even with you for your part in convicting him.
I know. I just hope he'll try.
Oh, Blackie.
But things have been so dull lately.
Blackie, Walton knows his way around. He said he'd escape, and he did it.
So what? I'm not worried about him. If I'm going to start getting gray hairs, it'll be over Henry Lewis. He's the guy I've got to keep away from. You see, he would...
Blackie! Blackie, what's happened there? What's the matter?
Hang up that receiver, Joe.
Blackie!
Sure, Mr. Lewis.
Blackie!
Well, Joe, if you didn't bust Blackie's skull with that gun butt, we're okay.
Are we?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what happens now?
Now we hide Blackie until the cops grab Walton. Then it'll be okay for me to get sore at Blackie again.
Police Department, homicide, Sergeant Matthews.
What?
You've seen Walton, have you? Okay, where? 110 Wellington Street, huh? This is the fifth tip we've had that somebody's seen him. I hope that 5's his number. Thanks. Yeah.
Faraday speaking.
Matthews, Inspector. Walton's been seen again, this time at 110 Wellington Street.
Okay. Only as Blackie would say, let's hope Wellington Street is Walton's Waterloo.
it looks like another false alarm, Sergeant Matthews. The cops are all standing around doing nothing.
Well, at least they got here after the alarm I had broadcast. Hey, officer, any luck?
No.
Anybody see Walton?
That's what I thought. Another phony tip. Come on, Matthews. Let's get back to headquarters. Come in.
Inspector Faraday,
Get out of my office, Miss Wesley. I'm busy.
But, Inspector, this is important. I've tried to reach you ever
I've
since...
been out looking for Tom Walton. You tried to reach me ever since what?
Ever since I was talking on the phone to Blackie. When all of a sudden something happened to him.
Yeah?
I heard other voices and then somebody hung up on the phone.
Uh-oh.
Inspector Tom Walton threatened to get Blackie and he did.
So it seems. So Walton grabbed Blackie, huh?
Yeah.
That Walton didn't know how well off he was with just a whole police force looking for him. He'll find out if he tries to handle Blackie.
Oh, brother.
Feeling better, Blackie?
Oh. I'll let you know as soon as I get my head back.
Okay.
Right now, it's floating on the ceiling. Who are you?
Just a fella. Fellow works for Henry Lewis.
Lewis sent you to crack my skull and bring me here.
Yep.
Wherever here is.
Sure, he wanted to grab you and keep you away somewhere so Walton couldn't get you. Hitting you on the head, though, was my own idea.
It was?
Yep.
What'd you use, a steam shovel?
Nope. My gun. The back of my gun.
I think I like it better than the front of it. Must you point it at me?
Sure. Because you're slippery. You're liable to get away. Mr. Lewis told me that.
Why didn't you tie me up when you knocked me out?
You can get out of any kind of ropes. Mr. Lewis told me that.
Did Mr. Lewis tell you I don't like guys who bang me on the head?
You should like me. I was doing you a favor. Mr.
Lewis told you that.
How did you know?
I don't know. Just a passing thought. What's your name?
Joe.
You know, of course, I'm getting out of here, Joe. Right now.
I don't think so, Blackie. I ain't supposed to let you. That's why I'm holding this gun.
Because you're holding that gun that I'm now holding my head. Give me some water, will you?
Oh, no, Blackie. You get it. I gotta watch you every second.
Well, come on, then.
But I will. Mr. Lewis said for me to stay right in back of you, no matter what you did.
You'd be awfully uncomfortable if I decided to lean against the wall.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Want a drink of this water?
Later. Right now, I gotta keep my eye on you.
Oh, here, have a drink. Have the whole glass full.
Hey! I'm all wet.
You're not kidding. I'll take that. Hey, come on, give it to me. Oh, that gun. Sorry, I've got it. And here's your receipt. When you come to, Joe, call Mr. Lewis. Tell him what happened. See what Mr. Lewis says about that.
Hello? I want to speak to Mary Wesley.
Speaking.
Miss Wesley, Boston-Blackie's girlfriend?
Yeah, do you know
Look,
anything?
I'll do the talking.
You know something about Blackie?
I said I do the talking.
Who is this?
Nobody important. Just call me Sal. But Blackie's important, isn't he? At least to you?
What do you want?
Oh, you're the one who wants something. Blackie, maybe?
Yes, where is he?
Oh, that'd be telling. Not that I mind telling, but I don't want to do it for nothing.
You know where he is?
I sure do.
Where? Tell me, what's happened to him? Is he all right?
So far, so good. But I'm going just so far without being paid.
Oh? How much do you want?
$10,000 will do.
$10,000?
Now, don't give me that old gag about not having it.
But I don't, and I don't know where I can get it.
Well, you better get it. Next time I call, I want to see you with $10,000 in your hand, or you'll see your friend Blackie with a hole in his head.
This is the back of Blackie's building, Walton, but this is as far as I'm taking you.
That's okay, Bill. I'll go the rest of the way myself.
How are you going to get in Blackie's apartment?
I don't know yet. I'll figure at it. Hey, look.
Yeah?
They're washing the windows in this building today. That gives me an idea.
It is one of the window cleaners standing by the basement door there right now with his pail and stuff.
Yeah, I'm in luck, Bill. I'll knock that guy out, tie him up, gag him, and dump him somewhere, then go to Blackie's apartment and wait for him. See you later, Bill.
Okay. Good luck.
Thanks. Now beat it. Hey, buddy, you got a match?
Oh, sure, mister. Got a whole box over in the pocket somewhere. I'll find them.
Yeah, there's no hurry about it. Hey, look.
Huh? Look what?
At this! Pleasant dreams, buddy. Now I'll take those overalls and that pail of yours up to Blackie's apartment and see to it that he kicks the bucket.
Hello.
Oh, Mary, this is Blackie.
Blackie, where are you? What happened?
I'll tell you all about it when I see you. I just phoned to say I'm all right.
Well, thank goodness. I thought Tom Walton had found you and you were dead.
Walton, and he was near me.
Oh.
It was Lewis and one of his men who grabbed me.
Louis?
But I got away from him.
Oh, Blackie, you better go to the police.
And how far they laugh at me?
Oh.
Nothing doing. Handle this my own way.
Mm-hmm. And what way is that?
Well, Lewis and one of his boys grabbed me in my apartment, so they won't try it there again. I'm out in the country, so it'll take a while, but that's where I'm going, to my apartment, where I'll be nice and safe.
I guess we'll see how safe. March 31st, 1949, Boston Blackie on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
No offense, but are you a little fat when you look in the mirror? How would you like to learn the secrets to lose 3 to 5 pounds a week easily without joining the gym or going through any crazy diets? It's called Body Sculpt by Med Diet. For the last 2 decades, we've been helping people just like you that have pounds they want to shed. We've helped millions of people lose thousands and thousands of pounds over the years. And now it's your turn. Learn the secrets of how to lose weight with one simple phone call. You'll see an amazing difference in a matter of days. Don't believe us? We'll offer you a money-back guarantee. If you're ready to start losing weight right now, call right now to learn more about your risk-free order to Body Sculpt.
Call for your risk-free offer. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. That's 800-738-5332.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, more of Boston Blackie starring Dick Kollmar, March 31st, 1949.
And now back to Boston Blackie. Killer Tom Walton escapes from the police officer taking him to prison and returns to the city to kill Boston Blackie. Gangster Henry Lewis, who has publicly threatened Blackie with death, knows that he has to protect Blackie from Walton or be accused of murder himself. But Blackie escapes from Lewis's protective custody and is on his way back to his own apartment, unaware that Walton, disguised as a window cleaner, has gone there. As we return to our story, Lewis and his girlfriend are in Lewis's apartment.
Come here, baby.
Oh, I'm happy where I am, Henry darling.
Oh, baby, that's no way to treat the guy who makes you look so good.
I was born looking good. You just gave me the accessories to match.
Well, come here and let's see. Who could that be?
I don't know, but remind me to thank whoever it is.
Hello, Mr. Lewis.
Joe, what are you doing here?
I'll tell you, Mr. Lewis, I had tough luck.
You didn't kill Blackie, did you?
He almost killed me.
What?
He got away, Mr. Lewis. He grabbed my gun and got away.
Oh, you don't.
You dumb ape. I told you what would happen if you didn't hold Blackie.
Well, I did my best, Mr. Lewis, but he took... What's the idea of clipping me?
I've only just started.
Why don't you both stop?
Stop. I'll show him what happened when he doesn't do as he told.
Mr. Lewis, I'm telling you, don't clip me no more.
No, okay, call this anything you like.
Boy, you...
Well, thanks, Sal. Thanks for breaking that vase over this mug's head.
Wasn't anything, sweetie. You were losing the fight. You shouldn't hire men you can't lick, Henry.
Oh, no?
Besides, a new dress would thank me much better than anything you can say.
Don't bother me about a new dress. I gotta locate Blackie.
If the dress were nice enough, maybe I could do it for you.
You?
Uh-huh.
All right. That's an idea. Only remember, baby, you're going after him for me.
Huh?
You're Boston-blackie, aren't you?
Uh-huh. You're beautiful.
We'll talk about that later. I'm Sally Brumwell, and right now I need your help.
Well, help must be the only thing you need because you certainly have everything else.
Thanks. Will you help me?
Sure. But first I have to go up to my apartment here and change. Come along with me, will you? After I get washed up, I'll try to clean up whatever trouble you're in. Here we are. Now, when we get inside, you just sit down, Miss Bromwell, and read a magazine.
Uh-huh.
I'll be with you in a minute.
Oh, well, you won't slip out the back way, will you, Blackie?
With you here? I got hit on the head, Miss Bromwell, but not that hard. After you?
Thank you. Are we alone?
Yes.
That's what you think.
What?
Faraday, what are you doing here?
Miss Wesley phoned me, said you're on your way up here and might need help.
You still haven't answered my question. Oh, excuse me, Miss Bromwell, Inspector Faraday.
Oh, nice to know you.
How are you?
What happened to you, Blackie?
It's a long and stupid story, Faraday, but...
Good what?
What's that window cleaner's pail doing over there?
He's probably waiting for the window cleaner to come back and use it.
The windows in this apartment were washed just yesterday, Inspector.
So maybe somebody gave him a dirty look.
Perhaps I ought to come back some other time.
No, please, Miss Bromwell. Stay right where you are. The inspector won't make any more bad jokes, will you, Inspector?
You make enough for both of us. Suppose there is a pail in your apartment. What do you want, a shovel and a pile of sand so you can play?
Faraday, listen, if Tom Walton got into this apartment, he'd come in disguised. Maybe as a cleaning man.
You think he's here now?
No, you probably scared him off when you came in.
Your phone's ringing, stupid.
How can a phone ring smart?
Your telephone, Tobe.
I know it's my telephone. I've seen it before. Wait a minute. Hello.
Hello, Blackie.
Oh, Mary, I'll call you back. I'm busy.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, Faraday, goodbye.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere.
Perhaps in your profession you're not.
What?
But I have a date with Miss Bromwell here, and to be subtle about it, you are in the way.
What's Miss Wesley's phone number?
Who?
Okay, Blackie, have it your way. Only when Miss Wesley hears about this, I think you'd be better off if Tom Walton got you.
Any after effects of that smack you got on your head, Joe?
No, Mr. Lewis. I'm sorry we had that battle. I like working for you.
That's all right, Joe. We have a job to do now that'll make everything all right. If Sal takes care of her part of the deal.
She'll be able to get Blackie out here, you think?
Well, I don't know why not. We're safer out here than at my place. But look, turning off the highway. It's our car. Look out the window.
And Blackie's with her.
Good. Get ready. When he opens the door, slug him as hard as you want this time. Get back at the door, quick.
Okay.
They'll be coming through this door in a minute. They're just outside the door.
Here. You see, what I want to show you is in the living room, Blackie, to the left of the door.
All right.
Now, Joe.
Oh! Good.
That got him.
Yeah. Close the door, huh, Sal?
Sure. Well, Henry, aren't you going to thank me?
I'll thank you, baby. The usual way.
That'll be a fur cape in addition to the new dress.
Good enough. Thanks to you and Joe, Blackie isn't going to get away from me now.
Yeah.
Joe, you know what to do now, don't you?
Sure.
Mind if I know what he does
What?
now, Lewis? Stay right on, all of
I'm
you.
getting out of here.
Matthews, take over.
Yes, Inspector Faraday. Keep your hands up, all of you, and don't take them down till you're told.
And when they come down, you're going down to headquarters. Then we'll get Tom Walton.
Hiya, Bill.
Never mind the higher bill stuff. Did you get the job done, Walt?
Nah, his pal Faraday came up to the apartment. I had to beat it.
Oh, great. This'll go on forever.
No, it won't. I'll get Blackie yet.
Not the way you're going. Look, I'm not going to put you up forever. You're too hot.
I've been expecting this.
You can't blame me, Walton. The cops are looking everywhere for you. I don't want you around when you get grabbed.
You thinking of kicking me out of here?
Well, no, Walton.
Just be sure you don't think about it. Look, I'll get Blackie this time and then beat it out of town.
That's what you said before.
I know, but this time I got a plan. You see, I just remembered something.
Yeah? What?
Blackie's got a girl.
Well, Blackie, next time you leave this apartment of yours with a stranger, let me know where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing I was smart enough to follow you.
Smart enough? I knew you were in back of us. That's why I had the gal drive slowly. I suspected a trick, but I didn't know it was Lewis. I thought it was Walton.
All right, you wanted me to follow you. But we didn't catch Walton.
That makes everything even. He didn't catch me either. That's my phone, the one you pointed out to me, remember?
Well, answer it before I really answer you.
Hello.
Hello, Blackie, this is Mary.
Oh, yes, Mary.
Blackie, I want you to come up to my apartment right away.
All right. Alone?
Yes?
I get it. Put Walton on.
Huh?
I said put Walton on the phone.
Oh, yeah, just a minute.
Hello, Blackie. Think you're smart, don't you?
Smart enough to guess you were up there.
Well, let me tell you what that guess did. It killed your girlfriend. If I can't get you, I'll get her.
No, wait a minute. She's not the one you want. I am. I'll make a deal with you.
I'd like it a lot more if you'd make a target.
That's just what I will do. But you've got to let Mary alone. Listen, Walton.
Keep talking to him. I'll send him.
Quiet, Faraday.
So Faraday.
Well...
Okay, Blackie, that does it. I'm getting you by remote control. Your girlfriend goes.
Now, wait, Walton. It's really me you want, and I'll set it up so you will get me. If you leave Miss Wesley alone.
How do you do that?
How indeed. Dick Kollmar as Boston Blackie, March 31st, 1948. The conclusion after these words from your favorite radio station.
Are you in bad pain? You know what I mean. Your knees hurt. Your shoulder hurts. Your elbow and back are constantly killing you. And I'm sure you've tried every pain pill or cream available at the drugstore. Am I right? Well, here's something you haven't tried. Pain Magic. Pain Magic is not available at any drugstore. The only place you can get it is by calling the special toll-free number I'm about to give you. And to make things even better, call right now and find out about our buy one, get one free offer. We're so confident it'll work for you that we offer a free bottle with your purchase. No prescription required. Call now to learn how you can get Pain Magic and get rid of your pain. Remember, your results may vary. 800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. That's 800-492-8164.
And thank you for tuning in to Classic Radio Theater here on your favorite radio station. Now the conclusion of Dick Kollmar, Boston Blackie, March 31st, 1948.
She knows the location of a shack that I have in the country. Nobody else knows it, not even Faraday. And I guarantee to lose him. Come on up there with her. And if I set myself up so you can get me, will you let her go?
What about cops?
That shack of mine is out in the open. There's no place for any cop to hide. There won't be any policeman, I promise.
So long, Blackie. I'll think it over.
Where is that shack of yours, Blackie? Where is it? I'll have the whole place loaded with cops.
No, you won't, Faraday, because I'm going up there alone, and you won't follow me up there.
Why not?
I made a bargain, and I'm going to keep it if it's the last thing I do. Which it might very possibly be.
Well, I drove around his shack for 15 minutes, Walton. Nobody in sight.
Oh, Blackie's keeping his word, huh?
Yeah.
Good. You got an honest boyfriend, kid.
I wish you were here in the car. He'd take care of both of you, believe me.
That's enough out of you.
Leave me alone.
Bill, stop the car by this tree.
Yeah.
There isn't a thing between me and that shack of Blackie's except open space.
Yeah.
Even if the joint in there was loaded with cops, it wouldn't help them any. Yeah. Maybe they'd get me, but they'd never take a chance with your gun in this gal's back.
Yeah.
Watch me. Don't take your gun off the gal, and don't let me out of your sight.
Don't worry. Be careful, Walton.
Nothing to worry about. Not a thing.
What happens to me after Walton gets back from the shack?
You get killed too, dearie.
I...
Matter, too young to die? There's Walton at the door with his gun in his hand. Go ahead, look. Maybe you'll get a kick out of seeing your boyfriend get it.
Okay, Bill.
You're right. When Walton grabbed that door, it set off an explosion. I'm going to take care of you and then beat it out of here.
That's what you think.
Okay, Blackie, you picked Walton, but you could have picked me.
Oh, attaboy, Blackie.
I'll take care of him. He'll be asleep for a while. Come on, Mary, get out of the car. There we are.
Okay, getting out. Blackie, what happened?
I got here before you did. Wired the door to an explosive and waited to see what happened behind this tree. The explosion distracted Walton's friend, who had the gun on you. You know the rest.
Blackie, you're wonderful.
Yes, I know. But I'll tell you something.
Hmm?
Walton had a pretty good plan for rolling me out.
Oh.
Coming to this shack knowing I wouldn't do anything about it because of what might happen to you.
Well, if it was such a wonderful plan, Blackie, then what happened to it?
You saw it, didn't you?
Well,
It just blew up in his face.
Blackie, I hope the police are going to make sure that Mr. Walton doesn't get away from them again.
He's on his way to prison with a 4-man guard this time. They'll get him there, Mary.
Well, I hope so, because he almost got us out at your shack.
Almost isn't quite good enough.
Well, it's good enough for me. I'm surprised, though, that he agreed to come out there in the first place. He might have known it would be a trap.
He was sure it wouldn't be, Mary, as long as he had you with him. And he looked around plenty before he drove up to the shack, didn't he?
Oh, yes, for quite a while.
I was sure he'd look around for a long time. I knew I'd have time to rig up something, trap him, but I think Walton would have come after me, trap or no trap.
Anything to get revenge, huh?
Mm-hmm. Walton knew he was going to the chair, and it didn't matter to him whether it was for 1 murder or 2.
Or 3. He was going to kill me, too. Do me a favor, will you, Blackie? Next time an escaped murderer comes after you, leave town.
I've got a better idea than that, Mary. Next time somebody threatens to kill me, you leave town.
Oh, good evening, Miss Anderson.
Good evening, Joe. Table for 2?
The best in Joe King's fraternity house, Miss Anderson, for the prettiest model in the city.
That's what you tell every model who comes in here, Joe, and don't deny it.
I won't. Every model in the city comes in here, and each one of them is the prettiest. You're meeting the usual, unusual young man tonight?
No, I'm having dinner with Clyde Winston, the photographer.
Oh.
We'd like a rather quiet table to talk business.
Well, I'll give you the quietest table in the place. Right this way, Miss Anderson.
Thanks. I was at Mr. Winston's studio this afternoon. He wants to talk about giving me a contract. I've been trying for a contract with him for a long time.
So is every other model.
Don't I know?
Well, how about this table?
Oh, this one will be perfect, Joe, thanks. I'll wait for Mr. Winston before I order.
Oh, of course. Uh-oh. Maybe you'd like to switch to a table for 3.
Well, why do you say that?
Well, here comes your regular young man. And he looks as if he's looking for you. But when isn't he? Shall I...
Never mind. He's already seen me. Hello, Bill.
Hello, Ellen. Good evening, Joe.
Hi. Well, I'll be seeing you two.
Thank you, Joe. Bill, what are you doing here? I told you this morning I was meeting Clyde Winston this afternoon and made a date with him to have dinner.
You met him this afternoon?
Yes, at about 4. Why?
Why?
Yes.
Because this afternoon at about 4 o'clock, Clyde Winston was murdered.
And that happens to be a preview of an upcoming Boston Blackie. However, the episode we heard today was from March 31st, 1949. Dick Kollmar, predominantly on Broadway, mostly a producer, but he did some radio work, Boston Blackie, and he did a morning show on New York City radio station WOR with his wife, Dorothy. And although the name Dorothy Kollmar might not sound familiar to you, Dorothy Kollmar was actually better known by her pen name and her maiden name, Dorothy Kilgallen. That's right, she was a newspaper woman and a panelist, one of the panel on What's My Line for many, many years until her passing. Dick Kollmar, Boston Blackie, March 31st, 1949, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
Are you suffering with arthritis or osteoporosis? Do you have diabetes? Did you know that these are just 2 of the hundreds of diseases that have seen improvement with Dr. Wallach's incredible longevity products? You can't get them at a health food store. The only way to get them is to call us at 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Do you have heart disease, fibromyalgia, or high blood pressure? Do you have a terrible time losing weight? Dr. Wallach can help. He was a veterinarian and cured diseases in animals. He felt that he could do the same for humans, so he became a physician. Over 50 years of research and helping people like you goes into every bottle of Dr. Wallach's amazing discoveries. Do you want to feel better? Learn how to treat the cause of your problem rather than covering up the symptoms with drugs. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065.
It's a big, bold story set in the heartland of America, along the edge of Lonely Mountain. I am open for business. And so Big William Gorgon, played by handsome Michael James, fiercely set down his Midwest roots.
Oh, darling, we're going to sell bathrobes and raise chickens.
Set his adoring wife, Wilhelmina, portrayed by beautiful Glenda Olsen.
Oh, I love our store, Will.
But they hadn't counted on Big Ralph's bathrobes and cattle store coming to town.
Oh, Will, what will we do, Will?
Will had a plan, a way of facing off against tough Big Ralph. We're going to change the face of America. We're going to advertise.
For what?
The print, broadcasting, and bus benches. We're going to tell people who we are and where we are.
What's a bus?
And so the story of how one man brought advertising to the heartland.
Oh, will it work?
It will. Well, my name ain't Will, Wilhelmina. You got to advertise or we'll die. And so the greatest marketing story of all time is here. Advertise or Die, Dopey. Brought to you by Adweek Magazine, the Radio Advertising Bureau, this radio station on the famous Radio Ranch.
Put your message on this national advertising platform. Email classicradiotheater@gmail.com. classicradiotheater@gmail.com. Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, we're going to take you to the bustling community of Pine Ridge, Arkansas, and see what's going on with our friends Lum-n-Abner. This episode, close to the end of their radio run, was originally broadcast March 31st, 1954.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
Hi, Doggy's Lum. I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, Jot 'em Down store. This is Lum-n-Abner.
Doggy's Lum, you're getting so you believe everything you tell them two Priddle sisters. You're liable to make an awful mistake some of these days and give the whole thing away.
Yeah, not as long as I can keep calm, I won't, Abner. See, I don't get flustered easy like some fellas. Uh-oh, Abner, get the phone. That's more than likely Penelope or Fern right now.
Well, if it's for you, you get it. I don't want to...
No, you get it. I've got a big idea to make them sure believe I'm two fellers. Hurry up, Abner, and call me Mr. Eddardge when you call me to the phone.
Oh, fiddlesticks. Hello, Jot 'em Down store. Abner Peabody doing the talking. Which Mr. Eddardge you want? Either. Nobody here named either Eddardge. There's a Lum and a Llewellyn. Oh, either. Mr. Eddardge or Mr. Eddardge is wanted on the telephone.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Peabody. Is it for me or for my brother Llewellyn?
Answer it and find out.
I'm putting on an act here. Llewellyn, old brother, this is more than likely for you, special if it's a woman calling. I know how you air with the ladies. No, Lum, old twin buddy, I can't hold a candle to you when it comes to affairs of the heart. Besides that, you're full of brains along with it. How you josh, Llewellyn, you sly old fox. You know I hardly have time to think of romance, working my head to the bone in my chemical laboratories.
Oh, Lord.
No, Lum, ever since we was little boys together on the plantation, you've always been the one to melt the hearts of the women folks.
Fantastic.
You mark my word, while you're out enjoying yourself tonight, I'll be sitting home reading a dull book. Pray do answer the telephone. Very well, Llewellyn, my modest brother.
Oh, no.
Oh, Miss Smith, will you get the patent papers together on that latest invention of mine, the atomic corn popper? I want to get them off to Washington within the fortnight. Oh, hello. Lum Eddard's on this end. Well, Penelope, what a surprise.
Well, howdy, Squire. Didn't notice you coming in there.
Yeah, you caught me busy.
Good afternoon, Abner. What's the matter with Lum? Blowing a gasket or something?
Delighted, Penelope, delighted.
Just pretending to be his own brother again.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, overheard you and Grandpap talking about it yesterday, Abner. That's quite a masquerade he's carrying on.
At 7, huh?
It's quite something.
I'll be there.
You know...
But I don't believe Llewellyn can make it, though. You see, he's, well, when he said he was going to stay home and read a book, he meant, just a minute, Penelope. Dad, blame it, Abner, get on the phone and give Penelope some excuse why Llewellyn can't get away tonight.
Well, I can't think of nothing, Lum.
Well, get on the phone and make some conversation while I think of something.
What'll I say?
Just talk. Hurry up. I've got to think of something fast.
Oh, for the land's sake, give it here. Give me the receiver.
Yeah, put it up to your head.
I got it. Howdy-do.
Wrong side, turn your head.
Oh, howdy-do. Do you work over there in the library? Well, read any good books lately, kid? Do you,
For goodness sakes, talk, Abner, while I think.
We used to have a cat named Penelope. She got her tail caught in a bacon slicer, so we called her Penny for short. Had 11 kittens. All 11 of them was black, except 9 gray ones, and 2 of them was yeller, except for one that fell in a flour barrel, and it was white till we give it a bath, and it turned out to be brown.
Or to know better.
Just a minute. I think Lum wants to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to her yet, Abner.
Excuse me. Lou Ellen wants to talk to you.
Oh, for goodness
sake.
sake.
Take it, one of you.
Oh, hello, Penelope. Lum had to go back into his laboratories for a second. Well, I don't think I can get away tonight. Well, I've got to finish that book tonight. It belongs to a feller in Buenos Aires, and he's going back there in the morning. Oh? Well, of course, if you've done made plans, I reckon we'll both have to come. All right, we'll be there. All right, goodbye. Dad, blame it.
Has you and Lou Ellen both got to go there tonight, Lum?
I couldn't get out of it. She just wouldn't take no for an answer. And now I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, Lum, I don't know too much about you leading a double life, but on the surface of things, it looks to me like you got yourself into the mess of the century. You are sunk.
I sure am, Squire. Clean up to both my necks.
Yes, looks like we got a modern case of Jekyll and Hyde on our hands here.
Yeah, I've heard about them 2 fellers. Or that feller.
What 2 fellers is that? Are they in love with the Priddle sisters, too?
Oh, no. It's a book, ain't it, Squire?
Oh, yes, very entertaining, too, Lum. You ought to read Jekyll and Hyde sometime, Abner. Well, has the book been banned or something? Well, not that I know of. Well, ain't it a nice book?
What are you talking about, Abner?
Well, Squire said I ought to read Jekyll and Hyde. It's a nice book. What I have to hide for after I read it?
I wished you'd get some kind of a book and go hide. I'll swan to goodness, Abner, you get something in your head and you couldn't jar it out with a stick of dynamite.
Huh?
Squire, have you got any ideas how I can get out of the mess I'm in? You know what caused it, don't you?
Well, yes, Lum. I know a little bit about it. I overheard Grandpap and Abner talking. Something about 2 sisters in there at the county seat, didn't it?
Yeah, and I had to make off like I had a twin brother. That was the silliest thing I ever done.
Well, that wasn't using your head, Lum, I don't believe.
I give him a name of Lou Ellen.
Well, that's enough to upset the apple cart right there.
So when
What apple cart's that, Squire?
Oh, for goodness sakes, Abner, will you shut that up a minute? Squire and I are trying to talk sense. I'm trying to find out how to get out of this mess I'm in.
Yes. Well, Lum, I don't know any way I can help you. I believe you've gone too far with this twin brother business.
Will you help me get out of working for Moe's Moots over at the barber shop?
Yeah, you done good there, Squire, like to scared Mose to death.
Mose is a hard feller to scare, too. But you not only got me out of having to work for him no more, you made him pay me $20 on top of that.
Well, the 2 cases are a lot different, Lum. Now, as I understand your present predicament, you're trying to pull the wool over the eyes of 2 of the gentler sex. I don't believe I care to have any part of such a dangerous undertaking.
I ain't exactly trying to pull the wool over their head, Squire. In order to make an impression on Penelope, I told her I was an inventor, and then, I don't know, some way or other, I told her I had a twin brother, too, so I'm into it now.
Yes, I know, Lum, but it never works out. Sooner or later, you're going to be caught back in the fence corner.
I know it. If I ever get out of this, I'll never tell another story as long as I live.
Well, I don't want to get mixed up in it. It's a little too dangerous an undertaking for me, I'll tell you that.
Well, you wasn't scared of Mose.
Well, yes, but don't forget, in this case, I have to face 2 women. In Mose Moot's case, all I had to face was just a powerful and angry man carrying a razor, Lum. That makes a whole lot of difference.
Well, the only thing for me to do is just leave town, I reckon.
Leave town?
And if that's Penelope on the phone again, I'll tell her right now.
Well, now, wait a minute, Lum. Don't go off running off of town.
Well, I'm just going to fess up to the whole thing. Hello? Penelope, I've got to tell you something.
I know this is going to happen.
How's that?
It had to, Edmund.
She is. Well, I do know. Well, of course, no, I reckon I never wanted to tell you nothing special after all.
What she's so happy about?
Excepting I'll be there.
There's no telling,
I'll be there at 6. Hasta la vista. What is my... Oh, goodbye. Well, I'll be dead blamed.
Are you leaving town, Lum?
Leaving for the county seat in about an hour.
Huh?
I'm going to have dinner with Miss Penelope Priddle at 6 by ourselves.
Well, what about Fern Priddle?
That's what I wanted to tell you. She's leaving the county seat for Kansas City right away.
Kansas City?
Just got called back to take a job she's been wanting that starts tomorrow morning.
Well, I do know. Well, here, what about Llewellyn Edwards, though? What are you going to do with him?
That's what I'm so pleased about.
Huh?
We're getting shut of him.
Getting shut of him?
He's leaving Pine Ridge for the South Pole this minute. Fact is, he just left. And if he never comes back, it'll be that much too soon. Hot dog, my troubles is over now.
March 31st, 1954, Lum-n-Abner on Classic Radio Theater. And let's head over to the other studio.
Where's Mr. Lawrence Welk of Hollywood, California? Is he here in our...
Right here.
Would you come over here, sir? Ladies and gentlemen, Lawrence Welk, and certainly a wonderful thrill today to welcome you here to our microphone. Presume you're in town for a short stay, maybe a TV show or two?
Well, I'm going to try to get to see a couple of TV shows.
Tell me this, Ray and I remember years ago when we both did record shows, 15, 16 years ago, and one of the old world transcription library strong points was Lawrence Welk and his orchestra. And you don't seem to have changed much in all that time. I wonder if you could fill us in a little bit on it, Larry.
What?
Well, I mean, it was known then as champagne music, and of course it still is today.
Well, I had piano lessons as a kid, but I didn't have much aptitude for music. And
when did you take up the accordion, actually?
Never. I never took up the accordion.
You mean it's played by somebody else?
What do you mean?
You fake it or what?
What do you mean, fake it? Have I got an accordion with me?
Well, no, you don't have one with you.
Fake an accordion.
No, I don't mean now. I mean when you're up there on the stage and when everybody's looking at you and the band is playing.
I don't know
who
what
plays
you
the
mean.
accordion for you?
The only stage I've been up on, as you say, is back home at the Elks Club. We gave a little thing the other night.
Well, understandably modest is Mr. Lawrence Welk, but you certainly had phenomenal success,
Thank
Larry.
you. Well, it went over pretty well, what we did there.
What was that, your TV show or what?
No, it was just for the members of the club. We put on a little party. It was very good. It went over very well. I didn't know how you know about it, though.
Champagne music and all that.
I don't know what you mean. We had the orchestra, the Elks Orchestra, but that's just a piano and a drum and a trumpet.
It wasn't Lawrence Welk?
No, it isn't my orchestra, no. Andy McGill has the orchestra. Andy, Freddie, and Sam,
Well, now, aren't you the popular band leader whose music has made everybody sit up and take notice?
Gee, I don't know what you're talking about.
Tell us about the little champagne lady, will you?
You mean the wife?
Well, is she a wife?
Well, I don't know who you're talking about. My wife, I could hardly call her the little champagne lady. She stands about 6'2", goes
Wait
about
a minute
300
now.
pounds.
You mean you are not the recording and television star, the prominent band leader, Lawrence
No,
Welk?
I'm Lawrence Welk. I work in a haberdashery.
You're not Lawrence, the Lawrence.
I'm Larry Welk, really. And I'm Lawrence, Laurence.
Oh. Well, here again, ladies and gentlemen, and unfortunately we have made rather an error. We thought, looking over the audience cards, that we had Lawrence Welk here in our studio today. Unfortunately, Lawrence Welk in our audience works in a haberdashery store.
That's right.
And I can only say that we're chagrined beyond words.
Well, I'm very sorry about that. I just came in to watch a show, and you suddenly make me
Look, it's not your fault.
How can I help it if I'm not Lawrence Welk? I am Lawrence Welk.
I know
I'm not Lawrence Welk.
You're not the Lawrence Welk.
I'm the Lawrence Welk, as far as I'm
Well, I
concerned.
know, but you're not the one we were thinking of. That's what I mean. There's no hard feelings.
Okay.
Sorry to have taken all your time up.
Bob and Ray, you always shake your head. You never know what they're getting into. Thank this station to support their advertisers. It's their kindness and courtesy that allows us to be with you each and every time we roll around here on your favorite station. Also, do me a favor, and if you miss a day on this station, you don't have to miss a single show. You can always hear them through Spotify, Spreaker, TuneIn, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Overcast, or iHeartRadio. Just search for Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. And, of course, they're also available at my webpage, classicradio.stream, where you can stream our shows on demand. You can also learn more about building a classic radio collection of your own and contact me, classicradio.stream. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Tell all your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on the dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite radio station.